So in all the times and every aspect, carrying through this supplication prayer to supplicate to the root guru and to receive the blessing is important. So then, as we have gone through the refuge teachings, of course, you all know the object of refuge, and then at the same time, we are just receiving this bodhisattva vow every morning. So this also just as how much you understand according to that, you have to just carry through practice. So even one could just understand all or not, but if one could just chant every day, it is just beneficial. So I'm just joking in a way, maybe just you guys need to drink lots of just alcohol, maybe don't have time. And then in case just if you are drinking alcohol, then early in the morning you cannot get up. So in case if you are not drinking alcohols, then of course you can wake up early in the morning. So even though the alcohol is like a part of drink, but actually it is better if you don't drink it. So those who drink a lot of alcohol in this lifetime, through which that their mind also get intoxicated, and then as a ripening karma in the next lifetime, they also just have a very crazy mind. So as basically, of course, all the ordained one, and at the same time, all the Buddha's followers just taught that one cannot even have a just kind of sip of it. So Buddha also just said that those who drink alcohol is not my follower, and I'm not their teacher. So that is why you just try to avoid drinking alcohols. And not only that, it just also spoils your body. And of course, some Tibetans also just they drink lots of alcohol. And some just older peoples, and then they drink alcohol for a while, and then sometimes it also just become condition for their death. And those who drink lots of alcohol, then their bodies are very huge. And then, one could not just lift one's body and cannot walk properly. And then also that one could not have the longevity of life. And then also one could not do the just a better dharma practice. So then all those just alcoholics, they just gather together and talk and then drink alcohol, and then morning then they just sleep very late. So just try to avoid drinking alcohol, and then try to get up early, and then just follow these practices, the receiving bodhisattva and doing all these prostrations. It is also just good for oneself. So even though that the receiving bodhisattva, just I can just do my own practice anytime, but just as to have an example for you, we just always try to do this practice every morning. So even my knees are just kind of hurt and could not do much prostration, but still try to work hard, and just that can be a example for you, and just to encourage yourself. So even in our monastery that we have this just sojong every twice in the month, and we have to do this practice, and also just do lots of prostration, but I could not just really attend for few years. And then there are the Kembos who just lead and then do the sojong practices. And then I'm just being there as if that I cannot attend the sojong practice. So then here I'm not making just you guys special, that even I just just try to do this bodhisattva just practice to receive this bodhisattva vow together, hoping that this can be an example for you. So once you just learn everything here, and then even when you go back to home, then just it is a good habit that every morning get early and then do these practices, doing some prostrations and refuge and bodhisattva, so forth. But even the Tibetans, of course, in general, they know, and also they know the the Tibetan script, and they can just read through that, but still maybe it is also just very few who could just do receiving these both of the vows every morning.
Lelo dani ni bis lelo se ron mar sonora membership yogi.
So it is one of that laziness, that oneself, humiliating oneself, that one could not really do these practices.
That's all. Control the teva yes. I reckon some the teva yes. I reckon some mittenation me mambo yeres.
And some still, it seems like, or does these people have any devotion or faith to Buddha or this Dharma? But when they experience some kind of difficulty or obstacle, then they have lots of courage to do this practice. So then here just you all in a way that not having this just Dharma in the country, and because of that also one don't know how to do this practice with the kind of hardship. But still somehow that you like the Dharma and you want to follow this Dharma and wants to practice, and then started doing all this practice based on your many previous lifetimes accumulation of merit. So just one have to consider that oneself very fortunate. So, for example, like in America, of course, just the population is just so much, but out of which who follow Dharma or who even just try to do Dzogchen practice, it is just very very few, like maybe like 1%. Receive these Dzogchen practices and teaching. I'm not sure how much one can really do the actual Dzogchen practice, but still, trying to do it and to learn about that and, getting through practice, it is just a very good and also fortunate. And many of just people, even they haven't heard that as just Buddha, the enlightened ones. So in that case, you all are just fortunate. So just try to do the practice with the just serious sense of understanding. So of course that Buddha has given so many different levels of teaching, but among them, then here during the retreat, we are following from the Namche Dzogchen, the great perfection teachings that which has been revealed out by two Mingyur Dorje. So even though that there are so many different revolutions of the teaching, that but still the real meaning or the essence of the teaching is just one, and they are not really separate. But still, within that, there is some difference of, where there has, just blessing, just greater or less, or that which can be, beneficial to, sentient being. In that way, there are some difference. So that is not just because of that Guru Padmasambhava have any partiality, but because of those treasurer revealers, based on their previous lives, accumulation of merit, and about their just intention, and based on that just it makes some difference. So whatever sort of Dhamma practice that one may follow in the beginning, it is just very, very important that one should have a right motivation or very vast motivation based on generating bodhicitta, because based on that intention, then in the future there also happen the difference of how much one can really benefit other beings. So then on these just teaching, that practice which you could do, starting from like Wanto, and then the Tolong practice, then Tokchen Tegel and Tekche, that whole complete just teaching instruction that which I have been giving. So you all also just with the just with so much courage and with the sincere mind, try to just do all these practices. So in case you don't understand, then there are the campos, you can just ask questions and then can learn. And that way just one have to develop one's knowledge and also the practice. And whatever just questions you ask, and based on those answer, and you guys try to make notes, but don't leave it just only on notes. Try to just understand in your mind. So you should just write the notes in your mind, not just on the paper. So when these instructions were given, actually, then oneself is not permitted to look through these, just instruction textbooks. So whatever that the master, the Lama has given the instruction, then one just, the disciple just hear it, and then contemplate on it, and then, just have to do the practice. And then after, completing the whole instruction, then after that one can just, again, to review, one can look into the text. So these days, in one way, it is just a good time, or in one way, it is not really good time. It is just because that we can just buy or all these textbooks, including the Dzogchen just teachings and so forth. It is just available in the just market.
Dzogchen market in Yasares.
So then just Dzogchen is a kind of market object to sell. And then anyone can just read it. But it is difficult to just one could to really understand the actual meaning. So what it helps is just it degenerates the blessing of the Dharma. And not only that, these lamas, just they had such as the liberation through seeing. All these kind of hats also you can just buy in the market. So actually that these heads are the kind of rank in the spiritual practice, based on these monks and all these lamas. Then just it's been given by the just head of the temple. But these days just people just buy from the market, and actually it is not right. And then also these normally these hats also have the mantras inside, but that such as the liberation through seeing that have mantras, but that which you buy from the market, they don't have all those. But these days people like to do that way. But it may be good, but still just one really have to just have some kind of special quality or just power. Otherwise that just having a hat made out of all this brocade and then just wearing it, that degenerate one's merit. It doesn't do anything good. So it is maybe just I'm talking too much. So now all the Tsalung students just stay, rest, you all can leave.